Hello, children. Wow, what do we have here? A whole lot of animals and a zebra standing all by himself. What do we have? Oh, this is another episode of STEM. Yes, STEM, starring your indomitable investigator, Gomez. Ta-da! All right, zebra, you are so excited. What is our case today? Step into my office and let's look at the scroll. The case of who belongs where? Excuse me. Well, and what do you have to say for yourself? Yes, camels. You want to know how do we know what families animals are classified into? That's interesting. So here we have our first family, mammals. Who belongs to this family? First of all, before we decide who belongs to the family, let's look and see what the characteristics are of the family. They must have spines, they have hair or fur, they give birth to live young. The mammals' mothers nurse their young with milk, so that's why this cow is a mammal. They have lungs and need air to breathe. Mammals that live on land have 4 legs and ears that stick out, and they are warm-blooded. What other examples do we have? A dolphin. Oh, of course, except he doesn't live on land. But he still has a live birth, and the baby suckles mommy's milk. So, who else do we have? Oh, we have a marsupial, a kangaroo. Yes, marsupials are also part of this family. That little baby Joey suckles his mom's milk once he's been born. And his squirrels, of course. So we have the largest and we have the smallest of the mammals. These are all good examples of mammals. Let's see our next category. Birds. Even birds that cannot fly are part of this category. Well, let's look and see. What are the characteristics of birds? So birds have spines, they have feathers and wings, they lay eggs, they have 2 legs, and they have ear holes instead of ears, and they are warm-blooded. Okay, so even birds that cannot fly? Yes, an ostrich does not fly, but he definitely has 2 legs. He has feathers, definitely. He lays eggs and he has ear holes. And he is warm-blooded. What else a pelican. Right. So it doesn't matter what the bird's beak looks like. He has definitely got the same thing. Feathers, 2 legs, he lays eggs and ear holes. And this small little bird here, which is called a roadrunner, he's one of the fastest birds because he can run really fast. Right, what's our next category? Reptiles. Do all reptiles look this ferocious? Okay, what are the characteristics? They have spines. They have scales, not fur. That's right. They have dry skin. They usually lay eggs, sometimes have live births. And they have ear holes instead of ears, have 4 legs or no legs, and are cold-blooded. Okay, so what are our examples? Oh, of course, the alligator or crocodile, and a snake that has no legs, so that's why that would be perfectly all right. And they do have lovely dry skin. I love snakes. All right, a turtle. Are you sure about that turtle? The turtle has a shell. Well, let's look at it. He definitely does have a spine. He has scales on his body, not fur. He does have dry skin. He lays eggs. He has ear holes, and he has 4 legs, and he's cold-blooded. I guess a turtle must be a reptile. Do you see how you can categorize them? All right, so amphibians is our next group. Are only frogs in this group? Let's have a look and see. Our The amphibians must have spines. They have moist, smooth skin, not hair or fur. They live on land and water, have webbed feet, breathe with lungs and gills, have 4 legs, sometimes none, lay many eggs, and are cold-blooded. So, is it only a frog? Oh, okay. So we have frogs, newts, toads, and salamanders in this group. So you can see a salamander looks very different. A newt looks the same as a frog almost, but a little bit smaller. And toads and frogs, are you sure that they're different? Well, if you look at it very carefully, you will see that a toad has shorter legs than a frog. And he has bumpy skin. His skin is not really moist. So that's the only thing about a toad that's different from a frog that separates him a little bit from this group. So fish is everything that swims in this family. They definitely spend their whole lives in water. They breathe by using gills. They lay eggs, and they're covered in slimy scales, and they're cold-blooded. Let's have a look and see. Oh my goodness, this is a whale shark. And as you can see, it definitely looks different from a dolphin. And it doesn't have live birth. It definitely swims its whole life in the water. Let's see what else. Oh, yes. Here we have a lamprey. He looks completely different from normal fish, but he only has gills and he lays eggs as well. Oh my gosh. Oh, and another weird example is this little seahorse. Yes, the seahorse has gills as well, and he lays eggs. In fact, Daddy carries the eggs. All right, so our next category is an arthropod. What makes this an arthropod? It has an exoskeleton, a hard outer covering. We're going to talk more about exoskeletons later. He has jointed legs, he's cold-blooded, and he lays eggs. Here's another example, a crab. Do you see those jointed legs and the hard outer covering? Also this grasshopper. Now I know he has wings, which are not that hard, but they are brittle. And he has a hard covering as well. And look at those jointed legs. And here's another good example of this beetle. The beetle's back is definitely very hard and under its belly as well. Right, so here we have vertebrates. What are the characteristics of a vertebrate? Vertebrate means it has a backbone, like mammals, fish, birds, reptiles, and amphibians. In fact, here is an example of a good vertebrate, the snake. That is exactly what the backbone of a snake looks like. So now you know what a vertebrate is. All right, so our next example is invertebrates. All right, so we've dealt with invertebrates already. It's the opposite of a vertebrate? Let's see. So invertebrates have no backbone. In other words, they're not like the previous group. The first example is a protozoa. Here is our example of a protozoa. As you can see, it is just like jelly. There is no backbone in that whatsoever. All right, here we have worms. Definitely no backbone. That's an annelid. Then we have mollusks. Like the snail. The snail has no backbone. It uses its shell to protect it. Then we have this sea anemone. The sea anemone has sharp spikes, but no backbone. Then we have the crustacean, like this crab, who has a hard outer shell. Then we have arachnids, like this scorpion or a spider. And our last category in this area is insects, like this ladybug. Yes, ladybugs do not have a vertebrae. Our next thing we're going to discuss is animals that have live births. So live births are like this cat. In other words, they have their babies alive, just like those little kittens. Oh. The opposite of that would be an animal that lays eggs, like this hen. I know you eat eggs. Are hens the only animals who lay eggs that we can eat? No, they are not. We can eat ducks' eggs, quail's eggs. There are a few other eggs, even ostrich eggs that people eat. I don't know if I'd like to eat a bird's egg that flew around like a bluebird or a cardinal. But anyway, people do eat other eggs as well. Right, you have an assignment. Your assignment is to play the animal classification game and draw or write the results and either email it to me in Canvas or send it to me as an attachment in Teams. Here are the two games. Now the first game is you can do by itself, and then the second game has two categories. The first one is African savannas and the second one is North American forest. You can play all three games if you like, or you can just play one of them. I will attach them separately so that you will know how to access them. All right, case is now closed. Bye-bye, children. Till next time.